Oh snap, we're back with another more snap video, as today we're gonna feature a Mysterio swarm list, which is a fancy way of saying Sera miracle, right? It's not anything particularly new, but it is technically anti-meta because it is not amongst the most popular decks in the ladder right now, even though it's not like actually non-existent, right? But I still call it anti-meta, goddammit, because it is a very neat archetype. It's actually difficult to pilot, and most importantly, very accessible for a lot of you. I know I've been featuring a lot of decks with Series 4 and Series 5 cards lately, so I thought I'd do something that is more budget-friendly, as even if you may see some cards here that you don't have, I got some good news for you. There are cards that can be replaced out for others. So let's talk about what is essentially a Sera reactive list with your boy Mysterio. I wanted to play Mysterio again alongside Bishop. I really like this strategy, and I like Mysterio a lot as a card. Even after the nerf, it got nerfed a while back, in case you're wondering. It used to be 5 power, which made it a little bit too good, but it's still very damn neat. And the reason why Mysterio is really solid is because it offers a pseudo counter to last turn arrow by allowing you to play 3 cards for just, with Sera on board, 1 energy, which makes it so that you're playing so many cards at once that arrow is not going to be able to drag everything you played into one specific location. And thus we have a deck that can swarm out and potentially last turn pop the Nova with Killmonger to buff everything. So that's essentially the approach. We're bringing back one of my personal favorite 2-drops in the game, your boy Goose Pixel Edition, as we are pairing him with Bishop in what is a low curve deck that is aiming to, as the title of the deck indicates, we are trying to play after our opponent. We're trying to reveal last. And the way we achieve this is when the deck gets really intricate, because you have to pilot certain matchups and make sure that going to turn 6, you are behind 2 locations to 1, so that then you can have last say on cards like Shang-Chi to overall take the match. And that's the approach here. I'm gonna let you guys know like why I chose the cards that I chose, why there's no Angela, for example, which is a card that you would expect in this sort of deck. And yeah, without further ado, let's just start rambling. So we got Sera. Sera is the main, I'd say, win condition. Like, she's the enabler, right? Turn 5 Sera is what makes the deck pop off, but it's not absolutely essential for this deck to win games. We can also just play a turn 6 without Sera if we don't manage to find her, but she definitely makes the deck much better. And because we have 5 turns to draw her, you more often than not see her in your games, which is really important. Bishop is our prime engine. Every time we play a card, this card gains +1 power. And I love the Bishop Mysterio synergy. In case you're not aware of this, Mysterio plays 3 copies of himself. 2 of them are 0 power illusions, but they all count as being played, which means when you play Mysterio, you get to trigger Bishop's ability 3 times with just 1 low curve card. Then we have stuff like Sentinel, your boy Star-Lord, Goose, which is really essential because it allows us to shut down 1 lane and make sure that they can't drop big units there. A lot of times Goose alongside Bishop allows you to really easily secure that lane, but more often than not, I like to save Goose for other locations aside from Bishop, because Bishop ends up representing some of the most power in this deck ultimately, if not the most. He ends up getting the most points out of every card here individually, which makes it so that you don't really want to pair them 2 necessarily together, because Goose allows you to win a lane without having to invest as much overall strength into it. As of course we're playing Maximus. Maximus with Sera is phenomenal, one of the best 3-drops in the game, really, with a down effect that's not really that relevant in a Sera deck, because we're playing Maximus the last turn most of the time. It is relevant if we're facing stuff like Devil Dinosaur though, so you got to keep that in mind. As then we got Shang-Chi and Shang-Chi, no! Shang-Chi! To me! He left us. It's okay guys, I got this. I'm a professional content creator. There we go. Crisis averted. Shang-Chi and Enchantress are our tech cards. And the beautiful thing about this deck is that Sera can get them to cost 3, which means that they will be able to sneak into the Goose lane if need be, which is very, very relevant. I love Star-Lord in Sera decks because I can play him at the last turn and he can represent 5 power. And unlike Lizard, I don't have to worry about playing Star-Lord into a stacked lane. We're playing Mojo because I love Mojo as well as a last turn play with Sera, as we can play him in the location that's fully stacked and get 8 power out of our 2-drop, which is pretty absurd. Now, a lot of you may not have Mojo, a lot of you may not have Maximus, right? And there are options for that. Mysterio is pretty essential, I'd say, but these two are replaceable. You can try Lizard instead of Mojo with no problem. And instead of Maximus, you can try Groot. Groot is a great alternative option if you haven't picked up this poultry card just yet. And that is essentially the deck list right there. I've experimented with variants with Lizard instead of Mojo because there is some anti-synergy with Killmonger and Mojo, but more often than not, I felt Mojo giving me more power. It allows me to win games that otherwise Lizard could not take for us, even though there is also some synergy with Lizard into Enchantress as well. I ultimately opted for Mojo on this list, but you can try Lizard out yourselves if you feel more comfortable with that option. As Sentinel allows us to essentially play a 2-drop on curve and not run out of gas, which can be one of the downsides to a low curve deck of this nature. I'm not playing Angela because I just value Star-Lord, Sentinel, Goose, Mysterio, and Mojo or Lizard over Angela most of the time. I feel like Angela is not nearly as good as people would expect, even though she can be pretty solid. I feel like she also forces you to commit to a certain lane in that sense, and I haven't quite really been feeling her here. I also don't like how Angela gets you going with a lot of power into turn 5 because we need to give over initiative to the opponent, and sometimes Angela can work against that. Another reason why I like Mojo over Lizard specifically, because the initiative, keeping the initiative on your side is very, very key. And like I said, it's what makes piloting this deck really tricky, but it's a very rewarding deck that can beat pretty much anything, and has tech options for essentially the entire meta. So a very good option that is budget friendly and does have some bad matchups like Death Wave, but those decks aren't so common right now compared to the likes of Thanos and Shuri Red Skull, which we can match up really well against. And I'm gonna stop rambling because I've been rambling for 7 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for daily Marvel Snap content. Hope you enjoy the games. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I mean, they could have like an Ironheart, right? Yeah, they had ways to buff it. Yeah, that's true. Bad play by one, bro. I lost 8 cubes the other day to like a Papega. I lost to 8 cubes to a Papega because I thought they were gonna, you know, make the winning play an arrow, but they literally made a play that lost. But I played an Arnim Zola, which was out of the deck. And because they made a play that lost, my Arnim Zola lost. So don't you tell me about bad plays but one. People win making bad plays all the time. It's real, okay? They played a Magneto on the left that literally lost to the current board state. For now, we can just Sentinel. This is a good place to play Sera in if we can. So we need to keep this a little bit more clean. Let's play Sentinel on the left for now. We catch over the Korg here. Okay, so they are the there's my boy. There's my boy. Enchantress is going to be very key here, and so is Shang-Chi. These are going to be absolutely essential. Because I have them, I feel confident in this matchup. I just need to make sure that I'm behind. Which is why I'm going to put Bishop over here. No, I'm going to commit Bishop. I mean, on the lane where I'm going to disable everything, I'm not going to need Bishop, so I am going to play Bishop on the left. All right, rocks. Okay. We need to stay behind, no matter what. Let's play Goose. over here. We'll win playing reactively, so let's only focus on this lane. Let's play Goose here. And then we can drop, we don't need to necessarily drop Mysterio right now. We can play Lizard here. This is a bit tricky. I may, like, if they, what if they pass, it's too much, right? Like, I can just commit to the other ones. -1 Lizard. Bro. What do you think I'm gonna do? You Papega? Cosmo incoming? Yeah, no, that is a possibility. Arrow as well. Let's commit the real Mysterio here. This is risky because if I don't... Yeah, I don't know if I should Mysterio now. I just want to make sure that I'm behind, but this is probably a mistake. Because this 7 turns is a little bit risky. But Mysterio doesn't put me ahead, but Enchantress does, so I kind of derped here. It's just like the problem is with the initiative. But it works out. Works out. Because I'm just that good at the game. Because the problem is, if I leave all my reactiveness, like I have to play both Enchantress and Shang-Chi, and I don't think they would ever double up on that turn. And if I focus too much on that, that's when they can play counter stuff, right? So attacking them 1 turn earlier is definitely the right call. They don't know where the Mysterio... The problem with the Mysterio play... I just wasn't sure they were going to commit in the middle, but it was probably better to Sentinel. It's just that I mean, now they committed... Yeah, it was probably better to Sentinel, always. Killmonger is more points on the left. I'm not worried about the left. Because America... I'm going to go in the middle. But I'm not worried about the left. I have three plays here. My Bishop's going to go up to 10 power, which means they need a lot of power there. I'm not vulnerable to arrow because I literally just flooded everything. And they need 10 power, and you got to keep in mind that they have Goose here. So we just Shang-Chi. We have the real Mysterio in the center to back us up there. They play 2 cards. What is that on the right? What are you? Get Ennis! Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. GG Nori! This deck is tricky, man. So Goose will probably be good for me, but I refuse.
Do you think this version is better than Zabu version with Rescue? At MegaMogwai.
Yeah, I think the Zabu version is I don't think it's good. I think because the problem is what happens if you don't draw Rescue on curve. Like Rescue is neat and all, but I prefer being able to just have all this reactive potential. I think the Zabu version is overrated. Our Star-Lord got hit. I repeat, our Star-Lord got hit. I'm gonna hold on to this Nova though, because we can always expect the armor to go down there. So I want to scout, see what these locations are. We got Goose. I'm gonna play Goose into the unknown, because Goose is a brave little. I'm not really sure what he is, but he's brave. Okay, there's a sunspot. So that's the lane where we don't want to play the Nova, in case they armor. Mojo world, and there's the Killmonger. Beautiful. Well, we obviously want to play Nova on that side. This may be the turn to Maximus. Maximus into Mojo World would really solidify it for us, but then we may be lacking power in others. Maybe Star-Lord is enough for Mojo World. They snap. I'm not gonna snap back because I don't know what's going on here. We got the Killmonger though, but we want to preserve that for later. What am I doing? Am I going Maximus? Do I expect them to commit to Mojo World? I think they would commit to Mojo World, right? I think they would. I believe so. No! Oh, so that's what's going on. Okay. All right. We're gonna go Lizard into Nova. I'm not sure I'm crazy about Nova over here, because I wanna have them keep initiative, but okay. Okay, there it is. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi against, like, we know that it's going either here or here. If we play Sera here, my biggest concern is for them to pass into She-Hulk shenanigans. That could make us have to retreat here. But they may go Red Skull into that, which means we want to keep the initiative by going Sera over here. But then we got to top deck Shang-Chi. If not, we're toast. Yeah, we're toast. Oh no, they kept initiative on us. Because of this. No, I forgot the Sunspot. No, this is the correct play. But we didn't draw him anyways. Okay, so now it's She-Hulk into Taskmaster. She-Hulk in the middle. And Taskmaster on the left. Because they can't win Mojo World. So I know where they're going. But unfortunately, I did not draw my Shang-Chi. Otherwise, this is an easy game. They could also arrow. But if they arrow, it would have to be here. So, no. If I have Shang-Chi, I'm able to beat them easily. So I'm going to bluff. Never doubt it! I'm a Mojo believer. Lechugia. I think Star-Lord here is pretty good. Because if they develop onto that, then Star-Lord will trigger. Okay, wait, there's a Soul Stone. It's Thanos. We need... There's your boy. We need Killmonger. You're the Marvel Snap Santa Claus. Love to keep donation stream. Keep the good work. Yeah, fuck you too, guy. Alright, we're gonna go... It's no, guys, no. It's with love. It's with love, okay? I mean it from the bottom of my heart. They skip. Interesting. What a coward. Yo, best tips for beginners. Best tips for beginners. Watch my videos. You know, they're pretty good. And Essentially, just what's the best? Oh my god, I should be better at this. My best advice would be to stick to one deck early on, and play it often and try to master it. Essentially, try to follow like one play pattern and you know, one deck that you like. Right? There's a lot of great beginner options, like Devil Dino, for example, and just try to focus on that one. That's how I learned the game. You know, one could say mastered. Well, I focused on like a lot on like one deck at the beginning. Learn about the initiative system. Knowing how to use the initiative system to your advantage, depending on the strategy that you're playing, is also something that's not, you know, talked about enough. It's very important. Like this deck that we're playing right now, for example, tries to go last. And it can be tricky to be behind all the time because you can't be behind too much, right? I think I'm gonna go Goose into the unknown. Because a lot of times they're playing their early plays here. Exactly. And, well, now it's gonna be hard to not have initiative. But, well, let's go Bishop in the center. No other place. I mean, at least now we know that they can't play anything big into the Dark Dimension. I don't know why they feel so confident here. We'll see. Double up there. Wait, is this? No, it's not Thanos. Okay. This could still be Lockjaw. Which means that this location... It means that they're not going to play into Lechuguilla too much. If it is Lockjaw, what can we do here? I mean, I think for now we just go Maximus into the unknown. We try to match that. Dracula. Maximus countering the Dracula. Any replacement for Mojo? Oh, definitely. You can try Lizard. What could replace Polaris in the Dagger deck? You could try something like Maximus. Or Groot, if you don't have Maximus. But I don't tend to do tier lists. No, it's not really. Okay, we got the guys. We got Bishop with Mysterio and Sera. Do not picnic. But I think we're getting there. Let's go Mojo into the Avengers compound. Because that's more likely to be a location where, you know, it stacks. English. Oh. I mean, that's going to be a huge ass sunspot, so I don't know about snapping just yet. What I do know is I want Bishop on the flanks. I want Bishop on the right, I think. Because we already have Mojo support here. And I think I do want to play Sera here. Because that way I have a better chance of staying behind this way, and Sera provides good pressure there. But I don't want to snap because they're going to get a lot of energy onto Sunspot, and if they manage to protect Sunspot and we don't find Killmonger, we're kind of screwed. Okay, Polaris. Oh, okay. Just moved our shit. Kind of rude, but what are you gonna do? No! Oh my god, are you kidding me? What? What? If they play Demon, I win the middle. But then I have to Nova, bro. I have to kill. Oh my god. Come on, Goose. Give me a Crimson Cosmos. Make me auto win there. We're screwed because we can't enter the Plunder Castle. Oh no. I gotta go Mojo. I gotta go Mojo into the Star Tower. The combination of Goose and Mojo will really give me the edge there. But then I gotta be behind the rest of the game. I can't play anything to Adelan, and I need to well, I mean okay, it's Devil Dino again. They can't Devil Dino into the Stark Tower, and if they flood it, we beat it. We got it. I mean, we had all the cool stuff here, but now we don't. They could play Chavez into Plunder Castle, but otherwise they're also limited here. And we're seeing, you know, the top tier animation going down here. This deck is self-torture. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's hard to like play perfectly, and I won't be happy until I'd be like, oh wow, you know that game. No mistakes. Bro, am I gonna lose this game? Okay. Terrible cards. Absolutely atrocious. I mean, if they play a Moon Girl, it's gonna be here. If they play anything else, it's gonna be here. I don't feel confident with this. I feel good just dropping the Sentinel now. Okay, the Angela. Into Cable. I mean, that makes me feel pretty good here. We got the Enchantress. Arigato gozaimasu. I repeat, we have the Enchantress. We need a little bit of extra presence here, though. I mean, Sentinel should be enough, right? No matter what they play, the Mojo should take it. They took my Sera! They took my germ! And now we have initiative. Because of their low tempo play, we have initiative, so we only have one way. This is a lot. And they have few cards in hand, so that their Devil Dino is not that impressive at all. I feel confident. Magneto on the castle, that loses. My Mojo, you see? Do you see? The Mojo! God, I hate his mug face when he wins. What face? That Goose plus Mojo lane is nuts. That's why I really like Mojo. Like, I understand there's some anti-synergy with the Killmonger, but he just represents so much power, and he keeps people away. Guys, we got Mysterio, Bishop, and Sera, which means one thing: Adelan, Mind Escape, or some other stupid bullshit's happening. I'm not snapping to see that last location. I swear to God, I'm not. And I'm scouting. I'm scouting. Nani. Well, I guess we're gonna have a rock. Okay. Got this. Let's stay away from the Vaxxer building. Bishop onto Necrotia. He can handle it. He's gotta take a bit of a beating at first, but then he's gonna grow. He's gonna have an anime redemption arc. And it's gonna be all right. All right, we Enchantress, the Ebony Maw. Just kidding. I am so funny. What we're gonna do? How do we reach these geeds? We're gonna go Sera on 5. Maybe ideally over here. Which means 1-1. I mean, we're gonna leave these for last. So 1-1. Do I want an Enchantress here? I gotta play one of these too. In this matchup, I don't expect utility for the Enchantress. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of muscle there for now. Because if they pass and then they don't do anything, that the Sunspot will still get ahead. It's not Shuri deck, guys. It's got Ebony Maw. I think it's Alright. Alright. If they arrow, the Killmonger wins. If they arrow, the Killmonger wins. So I'm not gonna play around arrow. This Killmonger is the biggest Yu-Gi-Oh ever. I'm gonna go Mysterio into Maximus into Killmonger, which will beat a Doctor Doom as well. Like, I already win here against Doctor Doom. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 gets me up to 5. I just need to win this location, no matter what. Oh, he just arrows. Easy. GG no re! God, gotta do the smug face.